Hi, everybody. It's Mark Rushton of markrushtongallery.com. I'm going to do a little live stream here on Tuesday morning. It is, what is it? January 24th, 2023, in the morning. In the morning. So I'm not drinking kefir. I'm drinking my favorite, Kismet cherry lime kombucha. It's got elderberries and hibiscus in it, rose hips. It's got those healthy probiotics because for it is get that organic green tea, black tea, kombucha culture. I'm so fermented. It's look at that. 45 calories for a can. Not much, not much. A little bit of carbohydrate. I try to stay away from the sugar, but this is a local product. You can't get it outside of the area here, which is Des Moines area. But yeah, it's a Kismet kombucha. Just work on that QR code there. Family owned and operated brewery in Grimes, Iowa. Our small batch craft kombucha is brewed with premium tea to create a bold and unique flavor experience in every can. I like this stuff. I've never had kombucha until recently. I'd had some and I was like, well, this isn't my thing. But like with kefir, you have to find your thing. You have to find your thing. And I'm not going to be drinking like soda pop anymore. I'm done with that. I had my last Coke. I can't see drinking that stuff ever again. Now that I know what I know, I can't unsee that. So, what are we going to do this morning? Hey, let's photograph and title some recent book paintings. All right, I've got a bunch here, and I'm standing up, and it's awkward for me. Last night was fun going through the old paintings, and then working on a new one here, which was this one. I've really got to get a new camera stand and everything like that. And I've also got to get some, I was thinking about getting some watercolor paper to use as the background here. I need to use something here. So I'm going to use my big roll of spun bonded olefin, which is not as, it's a little translucent, but it's better than do that here like that. But it's better than, I don't know. So I'm just going through the motions here. What I like to do with my book paintings is, so these are paintings of sort of abstract landscape type paintings here that are done on book paper. So these are books they were going to be thrown away or they're damaged or whatever. And that's my thing. I do a bunch of different things. And then I go and put a little matting over it. This is just a test mat. And then I tape it down here to some cardstock, 8x10 cardstock with a Tyvek tape. That's my thing. Put my thing down, flip it and reverse it, right? Isn't that how it goes? Snarf, 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 snarf. There we go. It's about time for a new, what do they call that? Mat board. I've worn this one out. So now what I do, I don't use the web camera for it, but just texting my mom and dad and I and my wife, we're going to go hang out this afternoon. They're 89 years old, still getting out, still in good shape. We're going to go hang out with them. That's good. They're fun. So yeah, I just use my my Moto, whatever the heck this is, and it takes good enough photos. And I'm not I'm just photographing the artwork. I don't want to make prints out of it or anything like that. I mean, maybe later on someday I'll scan it if that's the case, but I'm fine with just selling originals. It's not a big deal. What are we going to call this one? What are we going to call this one here? I'm going to call it Tables and Functions. Tables and my horrible chicken scratch there. Functions. There we go. Big Mark Rushton. I write terribly. 10 by 8. As if there was any question there. Tables and functions. Man, I can't write. Terrible. That's a good one. I like that. That wasn't last night's. I got last night's right here. We'll do that. No. I'll pull this off here. So this is last night's. This is last night's painting. I got more than I thought. Always trying to add new things to the gallery every week, even if it's just a couple of things. Because then at least I got, then at least I got something I can say in the email. What time is it anyway? 10:58. Well, we got a little time here. There we go. And this one needs to be mounted. Move that up there. Yeah, I think I'll probably run to Hobby Lobby or Michael's tonight. Probably Hobby Lobby, because that's close to me. And so I'll put that on there. And I'll get some big watercolor paper if I can find it. And which is interesting because did I bonk that already? One of the paintings that I showed last night from 30 years ago, over 30 years ago, was on watercolor paper. And I was kind of like, you know what? I really like this watercolor paper here. So I kind of want to have some of that around. I know. I have way too much in the way of art supplies, but what's a little more, right? What's a little more? Just a little bit, right? And it's just for the background here. That's nice. Look at this. This is good. Should take those screws out. Frame's never going to be used, except as a stunt frame. Is that tautology? Watching Rushton work. Just to let you know, if you're watching this video, you're still watching this video, you can subscribe to my whatever channel that you're watching it on. Additionally, you can also go to my website, markrushtongallery.com, sign up for the mailing list. I try to send something out every single week. If it's not about the art, it's about the music that I produce. What are we going to call this one here? What's this painting going to be called? It's so obscured. I'm going to call it Snowy Lines. Snowy Lines by Mark Rushton. This is how I spend my days, guys. Great. Next. Here we got one. This one's got a whole bunch of writing on it there. Like the thing about these that I like is you see the abstract, you see the painting, you see the sort of an abstract landscape type of motif, which I've been worrying for 30 years on and off. And anyway. Oh, there's my game. What's my game doing up there? I just want the camera. There we go. Looking good. You take your photographs with a smartphone? Yes, I do. For the moment we wish to live. For the moment. That's the title. For the moment. For the moment. Don't overthink your titles. That was easy. And it looks like I got one more here. So this won't be that long of a video, but this one's fairly recent here. See if we can get that to show up in there. Another one of my snowy landscapes. This is just the beginning, though. Once you photograph it, then you got to get the photos, and you have to, maybe crop them a little. And then I have to go and enter all this stuff into my Airtable database, that doesn't take too long. And then I got to throw it in the gallery, which that's a little bit of work. It's not the end of the world. And then I got to promote the stuff because you know what? This art isn't going to sell itself, right? This art isn't going to sell itself. What's the other rule? Scared money makes none. I don't know which rapper said that first. West Side Gun. That's where I first heard it. Or no, I think it was Conway the Machine. I think he said that. He's part of that Griselda crew. How do you know about Griselda? Check the Buffalo crime rate. All right, so what do we got here? I can't read that. I'm just going to call it various numbers. Scratching it out there. Awesome. Put that off to the side here. So let's see, I've got four paintings here in the last week. I guess it's the last several days. These are nice. I like them. Or I wouldn't have gotten it. They would not have gotten to this point here. I would have continued to work them, or I would have just thrown them away. But I know I'm not setting the world on fire here. I got my shtick. I'll get back to the other things that I do around here, which are, the abstract landscapes on the spun bonded olefin, and then of course the photo collages, like in here in my business card, that come from thermal printed photographs that are, you watch my other videos, you see my shtick. And then my drawings, my charcoal drawings. And I got a bunch of different stuff. I like these, Eventually, I'll be hopefully selling some of these in person. Well, they'll be on my website, but I'd love to have them in person locally. Maybe sort of a uh, pop-up mini gallery type of thing somewhere. Maybe that'd be nice. And then just have these available for matting and framing. Or if somebody wants to go and take them and frame them themselves, they're free to do that as well, based on the price and everything. But if you had a bunch of these on the wall, like a hallway or something like that, I think they look pretty smart. Or you get that little area, maybe in the kitchen or whatever. Needs a little splash of color. I don't think you can do much worse than that, huh? Anyway, my website's markrushtongallery.com. Got a mailing list out there. Always got art videos. Try to do something every day. It's my life. Let's photograph and title some recent book paintings. That's what I did. Talk to you later. I'll see you this evening.